great joy and gratitude again to God that I welcome you to this official launch of the PACTPAN USA Chapter, the newest chapter in town. And is the newest also in the sense of it being the first chapter, if I'm not wrong, out of the continent. So I think we don't have any chapter established in Europe, in Asia, I think even in Latin America, but I think this is the first one in North America, and it is in the US. We thank God for that. Today, this is a dream come true. It's a historic milestone because PACTPAN USA is where we are called to be. This achievement reflects our shared vision. That mission of PACTPAN knows no borders, no marks, and no areas of jurisdiction for PACTPAN. It is a testimony that together we can build bridges that connect continents, cultures, and people in service to God and humanity. Today is more than just a launch of a chapter, as Father Julius alluded to when he started. It's the beginning of a shared mission.
It is with great joy and gratitude that I also welcome this new baby into the assembly and to the family of PACTPAN. The birth of this new baby is not only the joy for PACTPAN in Nigeria, in US, it's also the joy of every chapter in the continent. When you heard that you are starting a chapter, we felt that you have been our key person. We journeyed together, and now you want to show us that you can be able to start something that it can be bridge building between us, Africa, the continent, and the US. The creation of this US chapter is not just a chapter, it's also where faith, joy, advocacy, as Sister Leonida has said, and a lot of events will be happening. Having a chapter is not easy. It will demand commitment. It will demand sacrifice. Some of you are students. Some of you are professors. Some of you are working in different places. And it will demand a lot of sacrifice. Don't give up. You call meetings and people don't come. That's part of hope that you need to hope that you'll continue even if you are too.
Dear brothers and sisters in Christ, today we gather not simply to inaugurate another chapter of PACTPAN. We gather to embrace a mission, to become part of a movement, to accept a responsibility. We gather to ask ourselves some very difficult but necessary questions about Africa, the African diaspora, and the future of the church in Africa, in the diaspora, and in the world. We have inherited a continent rich in faith, human resources, culture, creativity, natural resources, youthful energy, spiritual resilience, Ubuntu, and we name them. We also carry, sadly, the wounds of racism, of colonialism, of political failure, economic exploitation, ecclesial dependency, ethnic rivalry, tribalism, xenophobia, violence and war, and institutional fragmentation. The question, therefore, is not whether Africa possesses gifts, but whether we, the leaders, all of us here, we are leaders because we can influence others, whether we will truly liberate our people and whether we will assume authentic subjectivity and agency and assume responsibility for our history, for our future, for our destiny. Can we organize ourselves? Can we mobilize ourselves? Can we love ourselves? I want to raise for you the same question I raised for African bishops 2 years ago when I had the privilege of facilitating the seminar preparing African synodal delegates for the second session of the synodality. So I reproduced the same question that I asked. My presentation was titled, "Can Africa lead the church today?" Do we possess that strategic capacity? Do we have the knowledge? Do we have the discipline? Do we have the commitment? Do we have the competence? Are we consistent enough? Do we have the networks? Do we have the institutions? Do we have the institutional culture? Do we have the collaborative spirit? Do we have the long-term vision required to assume responsibility for the future that God is placing before us today? There is an urgency. If you like, they say the urgency of now. The demographic and spiritual center of world Catholicism, as we all claim, is increasingly moving toward Africa based on numbers. But numerical growth alone does not automatically produce change, transformation. A growing church must also become a thinking church, a listening church, a humble and serving church, a collaborating church, an institutionally mature church, because not every growing church is actually a healthy church. And not every healthy church is growing because, like Jesus says, enter by the narrow gate. The road is wide that leads to hell. So we might have the number, but then what is the quality? We cannot become a center of world Catholicism merely because our churches are full, our seminaries are growing, our vocations are increasing. We must develop the intellectual, pastoral, financial, technological, and institutional capacity to serve the church in Africa and the worldwide church. And that means addressing the persistence of poverty and unmerited and preventable suffering in our continent, addressing the wounds of our society, tribalism, ethnocentrism, racism, bad leadership, the big man, the big woman syndrome, the selfishness and greed that is ravaging Africa like the Sahara Desert. So may this not be just starting something. PACTPAN is not simply about starting something. This is why we don't want titles. May PACTPAN USA have this capacious tent where everyone is potentiated. May you have an infinite bandwidth of opportunities and creativity because you got the talents. I've looked at the membership. You got bishops, priests, nurses, doctors, engineers, social scientists, social workers, humanitarians. Connect with each other.